Hey, it's Morgan from Hey, it's Morgan from morganneal.com, and today I am sharing 3 types of digital products that are selling like crazy in 2025. If you're wondering, what should I create? Like, I want to dive onto the digital product train, but I'm just not sure what I should do, and I don't want to waste my time on something that's not going to sell. This episode is for you because we are going to talk about the top 3 best-selling digital products in 2025. Ready to get started? Let's dive in. Okay, so digital product format number 1 is online courses, and more specifically, mini courses, because that's what's selling in 2025. So, backing up a little bit, here's a little bit of some personal history for me. So, I started selling online courses back in 2017. I don't know. It was quite a while ago, and that was just when the industry was getting started with digital education. It was really taking off. It was kind of, just that exponential growth. And so people were buying online courses like crazy, and they were loving these full transformation courses. So the idea was, instead of having to research, 20 different YouTube videos, here's everything you need packaged into one signature online course. You're going to learn how to create your product. You're going to learn how to list your product. You're going to learn how to market your product. You're going to learn how to deliver your product, right? Like, just a start to finish A to Z type of thing. And that's what my program was. It was called Mastermind Your Marketing. It was basically teaching Etsy sellers how to successfully market their Etsy shops from start to finish, how they were able to create an entire marketing ecosystem. So instead of just like social media posting, I was also teaching Pinterest marketing. I was teaching email marketing. I was teaching SEO marketing. I was teaching all the different types of marketings. It was really big. I'm really proud of it. It was awesome. My students got amazing results. They get asked all the time, why did you retire it? And it's just not where I'm at right now. Like I'm so far removed from selling on Etsy that it's not something that I'm interested in doing. But I did that for probably like 4 to 5 years, and I did really well. However, that was then. Now we've moved into an era where people are really into short form content. For example, TikTok, right? YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Everybody is wanting to consume things really fast. And so with something like a signature course that is start to finish, like very big, my Mastermind Your Marketing program, to actually implement all the materials. And to be honest, most students didn't get all the way through things because they started seeing results quicker, which is awesome. But you also want students to go through the entire program. They would they'd work on it for about 2 to 3 months, and then they just kind of take the momentum they already had and kept going. But it still took them 2 to 3 months to implement to get to that point. Now they'd start seeing results quicker, but again, you want that consistency. And so they'd keep implementing, but it was a very long program. And so it wasn't great for getting fast results. So today, if I was to create an Etsy marketing program, that's not what I would do because that's not what people are interested in anymore. It worked back then, but now people want short, snappy, easy to consume, easy to implement content. And so what I would do is I would take that and break it down into a mini course. So essentially taking one module and using that as an entire course. So for example, I told you I talked about Pinterest marketing and SEO marketing and social media marketing and email marketing. I would just pull away from that and say, I'm just going to focus on SEO marketing. And so I create a mini course just on SEO marketing. Now, this is awesome news because you don't have to create this enormous course that's going to take you months and months of time to complete. You literally get to create a very small course, but that's what people want. They want this smaller bite-sized thing because they're able to get results faster. It's easier for you to create. It's easier for them to consume. And it's just all around a win. It becomes more of a no-brainer because they realize they're not going to have to invest all this time and energy into a 3 to 6 month long program. It's something that they can consume in a few hours and implement over a few weeks. That's what we're looking for with a mini course, okay? And again, this is not something that has like 40 different video lessons and a whole bunch of files and downloads and audio recordings and no, it doesn't need to be anything like that. Like literally 3 to 5 short lessons, however long it takes you to explain what you're teaching in the most efficient way possible, leaving out the fluff. That's what you need to do, okay? Don't overthink the tech. However, whatever format is going to make the most sense for teaching this concept, choose that, go with it, keep it simple, keep it easy, because people are looking at results. They don't really care so much about all the fancy background stuff going on there. They just want results. And so if you can get them results quickly with a text written course or just Loom videos of just your face, great, go for it. You don't need to create fancy slides. So let's keep this easy. Let's keep it simple and really streamlined. So again, digital product format number 1, the mini course. That is something that is selling like crazy in 2025. People want results. They want them fast. And a mini course is the easiest way to deliver those results. Format number 2, This is one of my personal favorites, especially purchasing. Like, I am a huge purchaser of this. Templates and toolkits. All right, so here's the deal. When you're an online business owner or just a person in general, you don't want to start from scratch, right? So there's like so many things that are taking up your time and your energy, like kids. Hello, kids over here. Very much a mental kind of time suck and just energy suck. I just feel like I'm exhausted every time my kids go to bed. And so when it comes to running an online business or just like living life in general, I don't like having to start from scratch. I would like to save time because I don't have a lot of it. I don't have a lot of brain capacity to be thinking up things from scratch. And so when I can purchase a toolkit or kind of like a template bundle, something that people have already done the initial work and I just have to plug in my details, that is a gold mine. That is how people are thinking in 2025, okay? They want to be able to take something, purchase it, and immediately implement it and get results within hours, sometimes even minutes. That is huge, okay? It's low effort for the creator as well. You're not recording all these videos. You're not creating all these slides and all these lesson things, which you shouldn't be doing anyways for a mini course. But in case that was the direction you were going, this is something where you wouldn't even have to create videos because you are literally creating templates or toolkit. And when I say toolkit, what I mean is essentially kind of like a bundle of done-for-you resources all working together to give somebody a transformation. So for example, if you were going to, if you were teaching photography or something, let's say you wanted to create a digital product around photography. So templates could essentially be like presets that either like saved photo edits that they can just click one button and it immediately edits their photo in that specific style. I don't know all the names of the style, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on it. A toolkit could be something similar that includes that, but it also includes some other things bundled in. So for example, maybe it includes some pricing guides. Maybe it includes just like the contract formulas, like contract formats for like booking clients. Maybe it includes a welcome package that you can send to your clients. It's just a whole bunch of done for you resources for a photographer so that when they purchase it, they can immediately send that out to the clients, right? Just customize a few things so it's a little bit more detailed to them, and then they can send it out. That is huge. Imagine having somebody has like a welcome package for a photographer that they can just send out to their clients versus having to sit down and create that absolutely from scratch, blank slate. That takes so much time. But if you have a template that is proven to work that you can share with somebody, that's huge. And they are absolutely going to be willing to pay for that. So think about things you've already created. This doesn't have to be something that you start completely from scratch on. Things like emails you've already created or client documents or planners, content calendars. There's so many different things that can be used as a toolkit or a template bundle. And so anything you can use as like sort of done for you or fill in the blank will absolutely work for this. And you can use programs like Canva to create these. Notion is another really great one. Even Google Docs, you can totally make those, kind of jazz them up a bit and make them a little bit pretty, but they're really easy to use as well. And so don't feel like there's only one format that works for this. Whatever works to deliver your toolkit or your templates the most efficient way, that's the format I want you to go with this. So that is digital product number 2 that is selling like hotcakes in 2025. Templates and toolkits. Basically, done for you resources that people can hit the ground running with. Okay, format number 3, a little bit controversial here, but AI prompts, packs, and systems. Okay, so here's the deal. Everybody and their dog is using AI, right? But not everybody and their dog knows how to get results from that AI. And so if you can create specific outcome-focused prompts for people to use, those are gold. Because like we mentioned just a few minutes ago, creating content from scratch and creating resources from scratch is a little bit of a creatively exhausting process. And so people want those quick wins and things like that where they can just hit the ground running with something already started for them. These creating specific outcome-focused prompts for them is huge because it's going to allow them to kind of use the AI as a marketing assistant, right? Or whatever it is they're working on, kind of an assistant, a buddy, essentially, to bounce ideas off of. And it will give them results they want so they are not starting from scratch. So, for example, this could be something like social media plan, right? You could have prompts for different things to post on your social media calendar, but you'd want them to be more specific and you'd want to show people how to tailor them to get results that sound like them. Because it's really easy to get generic sounding responses from AI. It's a little bit trickier to get ones that actually sound like you. And so instead of just people typing in like, help me write an Instagram post, that's going to give you really bland, generic information back. But if you can create a prompt that is like, my name is this, I sell product, XYZ. I focus on teaching clients how to do this, and their big hangups are this and this and this. Help me create a Instagram post that, tackles one of their hesitations and addresses it and, gives them an idea of a next step or something. That's just like me totally spitballing there, but you can see how that's more specific, but it takes a lot of effort to kind of think that up, obviously, because I'm like, that was not a great example. That's what I mean here. And so with that in mind, you can take those specific types of prompts, kind of refine them, obviously, and give them to people so that they're not having to come up with that too. So they don't have to put in the work to like, how do we get AI to sound like me? You're like, this is how you get AI to sound like you. Here's a bunch of prompts for you to use. So this could be a bundle of prompts, and it could be like 10 to 15. I mean, it could be up to 50. It really just depends. And you could have multiple bundles of AI prompts as well. And then just having like a really quick instructions, like an instructional video, how to use them, or even just like a mini like Google Doc walkthrough is like, use these prompts this way, don't use these prompts this way. And so just making it super easy, super simple to create. And I mean, like, honestly, ChatGPT or whatever AI prompts machine you're using can absolutely help you create these prompts as well. If you kind of have tapped into that and it knows your voice at this point. All right, so just recapping the 3 digital product formats that are selling like crazy in 2025. We have online courses, more specifically mini courses. We have templates and toolkit bundles that are done for you elements. And then we also have AI prompts, packs, and systems. Now, if you are thinking, oh my gosh, those sound like great ideas, but how the heck do I get started? You're in the right place. I would love to help you get started with this. Go ahead and you can reach out to me, hello@morganneal.com, or check out my website, morganneal.com. And we can work together and kind of create your digital product that is going to sell like hotcakes for your audience. And we can kind of just brainstorm, bounce ideas off each other and really structure something that you feel confident moving forward, creating, confident about selling, and it gets your customers results and that transformation that they're looking for. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next. morganneal.com